As the thumbnail and title of this video suggest, I was very nearly scammed by something that should have been really easy to spot. So that's the story that I'm telling in this video. But also, if you don't like intrusive adverts and you don't like being tracked online and you want to eliminate this risk of malicious attacks and phishing emails and so on, then I've got something else in store for you, because this video is supported by my sponsor NordVPN. More about them a little bit later. So for this scam email to have had any chance of success against me whatsoever, it had to fall in just the right circumstances, which is why these scams tend to work. They catch people at a moment when it's most likely to align with what's going on in their life. So just recently, I was expecting a delivery via UPS. Now, it's not a new thing for scammers to take the logos of various companies and send out emails that look like they come from said company. This one in particular came and purported to be from UPS. Only it said that my package is on hold from the distribution center. There's a missed delivery, and it had the correct time and date as to when it's possible that I might have actually missed this delivery. And since also it came to an email address that I have used in the past and might well have been connected to an account that I used with UPS, I decided, despite being suspicious, that I just wanted to double check that this wasn't a genuine email and that I genuinely missed my delivery from UPS. So to the delight of the keyboard warriors that will no doubt leave their comments below about how they can't believe that a barrister actually clicked the link through to see whether this was a genuine delivery, I clicked the link and up popped a website that looked exactly like the UPS website. But spoiler alert, of course I wasn't scammed by this email. I was just double checking to ensure that it really wasn't something that I'd missed out. So I look at this website and it says unsuccessful delivery attempt, incomplete or incorrect address, which is something that's happened before. We've had somebody input the incorrect address when they've shipped a parcel off and it's not going to get here because our address is a little bit obscure. Now, whilst I am of course still suspicious that this is just a scam email, I scroll down this website and I see the options available. It says destination of the package, address, new delivery, £1.25. Pickup point, not available for this package. Now, of course, I wasn't about to pay the £1.25, but you can see how this scam would unfold. Now, I didn't click through to see what was going to happen because, of course, it's just going to ask me to pay the £1.25, input my correct address, which is doing a whole manner of different things, not least of which giving them £1.25, but also, presumably, giving them my credit card details and my address and everything else that they might need to steal my identity. So, of course, I wasn't going to do that. Now, package and delivery and postal scams are quickly becoming the most popular kind of scam online. And there is literally hundreds of millions of pounds lost to fraudsters every single year as a result of various different types of scams such as these. So I'm very pleased to be able to tell you that because this video is sponsored, I'm able to bring you a huge discount if you sign up to NordVPN with my unique link. And why I say that is because some of the steps that Nord is taking towards cybersecurity to protect you on various different levels. In particular, Nord's new threat protection, which is a security solution specifically engineered to protect you from everyday online threats, such as the one that was so easily dropping into my inbox when I was actually waiting to receive a delivery. Nord's threat protection will scan files before you download them. It will identify these threats and block them before they even get onto your device. You can think of it a little bit like an old-fashioned antivirus or malware tool, but all through one single app that you install across all of your devices with one account with NordVPN. And it's also great news for those that are frustrated by ads that keep popping up, by trackers that follow you around the internet, just like you'll remember from my previous story when a furniture company emailed me, my wife, and my clerk to say they knew that we were looking at furniture online. without filling in any details whatsoever. So rest assured, we now leave VPN on all the time to prevent that from happening, because it stops them from tracking us around online and tracking our IP address. But it also will stop you from landing on malicious websites such as this one here, because it will block you from landing on these malicious websites in the first place and thus prevent you from giving up all your details, your card details, and of course losing £1.25 or whatever it might be. But the bigger picture here is not just the £1.25 that you might lose, but all of your personal details, which would leave you open to identity theft, which NordVPN will block you from accessing if it's on a malicious website. For those that don't know what a VPN is, it is a virtual private network, meaning you will be private when you're browsing online, which is particularly important when you go to coffee shops and other public places. Nord will not slow down your devices and doesn't keep any logs of what you are doing, so it's completely safe and anonymous. And to be sponsored by Nord, I have to say I count myself among the greats, including PewDiePie, Casey Neistat and Philippe DeFranco. So take it from me, the small price that you will pay for this level of protection and online privacy with my unique link and discount on screen, which is nordvpn.com/BlackBeltBarrister, is a tiny price to pay to protect yourself and your data from these online threats. And just back to the subject of having the address wrong for a moment, an interesting conversation came out from yesterday's video where people deliberately and wrongly used the wrong address when filing a court claim. Well, the same can be true if someone has enough of your personal information to be able to apply for a loan in your name with your address, but somehow giving them access to the funds. So it's more important than ever to keep your personal information private and not to fall for these scams. As I've always said, the simplest way of doing this is never to take any incoming call or any incoming email. Only contact your bank or any company from whom you purchase services directly, and not taking the phone call that comes in. You can just politely say, "Thank you, but I will call back." So if it really is the bank, you're being polite, but if it's a scammer, you're cutting it off. And also make sure, as other people have commented in previous videos, make sure that it really has hung up the phone and you get the proper dial tone, or ideally do it on a mobile device so that you can be absolutely sure you've terminated the call. Because some of them will stay on the line and try to continue the call, you then thinking that you're calling the bank back. So don't be caught off guard by this either. And as one little bonus tip that I've just come across recently, because it's so important to keep your address private, I've bought one of these devices to obliterate my name and address from packaging, because the local council have got this genius idea that we now put cardboard into blue bags, which invariably overspills all over the road and blows away down the street. Not ours, I might add, although I've seen lots of others do that around the street, and you can see their name and address on the packaging. The address, sure, anybody can get an address, but to get the name and address, it doesn't take very much more to find enough information about that person for a fraudster to try to steal your identity. So I've bought one of these devices. I'll link it in the description below, beneath the fantastic discount from NordVPN, which you will also see on screen. And I sincerely recommend that you do both. You've got nothing to lose with Nord. You have a 30-day money-back guarantee. And this little stamp here will obliterate your name and address from any packages so nobody else can see them if they end up blowing off down the street. So I hope you found that useful. I look forward to the keyboard warrior discussions in the comment section below. Please make sure you smash the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.